new friends, and more new friends. Welcome to the Chabad Gala 2023, Chabad of Greater Hartford. So if you look around, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces. And this makes sense because Chabad has been in the Greater Hartford area for 46 years. In fact, by a show of hands, how many people have been to multiple Chabad galas? Hey. I knew that because Chabad has a lot of friends, as you can see. So, talking about friends, I want to tell you about a personal anecdote about friendship. So in 2020, in the midst of COVID, my husband Michael decides that we, the royal we, should renovate the parking lot at Chabad. And so the first person that I approach is Jean Rosenberg of blessed memory. And I say to him, Jean, I have a Chabad question for you. And he said, whatever your question is, the answer is yes. That was Jean. And I said, okay. And it was quiet. And after a few minutes, Jean said to me, so what did I say yes to? And I said, we're going to renovate the parking lot at Chabad. And he said, oh, Pat, please. We're in the middle of COVID. Parking lot, this is not a priority. And I said, so? And he said, but you know what? I'm a friend of Chabad, and I'm going to do it. I said, great. So I want to take the time now just to thank everybody in this room, because everybody here is a friend of Chabad. Thank you. And I also want to thank, there were 5 people who were instrumental in doing this parking lot. And I'm going to mention them and hold your applause in no specific order. David Schick, Jean Rosenberg, Michael Kazakoff, Alan Lazowski, and David Gellis. Thank you. So when I first started this talk, I was telling you about all the familiar people who were in this room. But if you look more closely, you're going to see a lot of people who are, well, people you don't know, people who you're seeing for the first time. And the question is, well, they're new friends. And many of them, if you look around, they represent companies and businesses that are in some cases statewide, nationwide, and even international in scope. And I want to mention who these companies are. So when I mention the company, I want you to stand and be acknowledged, but please hold your applause again. So, in no particular order, I mention Bank of America, private bank, Webster Bank, Liberty Bank, NBT Bank, M&T Bank, thank you, Michael Weinstock, and People's Bank. So that's six banks. That's a lot of banks. And also to continue, the Lisa Cozy team, Lexington Partners, thank you very much, Chris Riley, Consoli Bortolan Law Group, and MBH Architecture. Understand that all these companies have a lot of choices, but they choose to cast their vote with Chabad. And this does not go unnoticed. They can have any choice they want. And the question is, why Chabad? I'm going to tell you why I'm here. I'm here because Chabad matters, because Chabad isn't just local, it's all over the world. Chabad changes lives. And I'm not going to talk about what exactly Chabad does. That's going to come out in the conversation in our presentations. But I just want to say thank you very much for being here, and enjoy the rest of the evening.